All right, good morning. Hey, got some beautiful flowers here. Going over here to some roses. Yeah, okay, every day. Coming up here to the top of Demery Hill, walking Ramona, looking at flowers, houses, gardens, all the things. Oh, there's somebody's fountain. Very peaceful. It's cool. This is a cool yard. They have like Buddha statues. I love it. Love it. All right, so Tuesday. We've reached Tuesday, June 3rd, 2025. I'm working at elementary school today, so Ramona's smelling the fresh mulch. Maybe there's manure in there. Okay, so what is happening? Oh my gosh. This week is crazy for baseball. Yesterday I worked elementary school and then got home and took Timothy straight into Seattle for the game in Magnolia, which was kind of cool because we had to drive by the Admiral's quarters, and that's the house that my dad lived in. So it's owned by the U.S. Navy, and it's always been the Admiral's house for the person assigned to Seattle. But the Navy now is more in Everett, Bremerton. Anyway, apparently there's less Navy in like the city of Seattle than there used to be. I don't know how, what's happened since my dad retired. But when we first started, we lived in these for like a year. I think it was only a year. And of course I was in Japan. No, not Japan. This is before Japan. I went to Italy for that year and came back. I studied abroad. I graduated from the University of Oregon. I was dating Kent, and my dad, came up here to Seattle, and they lived in this officer's housing, like Magnolia Park. It was this really, really cool military housing that dated back from like the 1800s. I don't know if it was before. And they had like their parade grounds in front of the houses, where they would march and have their horses and do their like military parades. And then they had like a platform where the like generals would stand. And anyway, it's a really cool place in Seattle, in Magnolia Park. It's like an old military fort. And now, I think it's owned privately now because the government sold it. But when my dad was assigned to Seattle, the Navy still owned the houses for officers. And that's where my mom and dad lived. And I came back from somewhere. I don't know if it was my study abroad in Italy in Pavia. And my mom had like set up space for me to live with them. But I ended up, going back to Eugene and living with Kent. So it would have been after Pavia. Anyway, I always remember my mom was disappointed because she worked so hard to like make this space for me. But I rejected it because I wanted to be in Eugene with my boyfriend of the time. And then the Admiral at the time, he didn't want to live in that house because it was too far from where he actually had to do the work. So they asked my dad, he was like the next one down in rank, if he wanted to live there. And my dad was like, sure. And this is mansion that overlooks Lake Union. And of course, when it was built, they had like servants for the Admiral. So it had like servants' quarters and I don't know, it was like massive, huge. They probably still do if it's still owned by the government. Like, they would sometimes like take over the house for official parties. But otherwise, my mom and dad lived there, and it was cool. My dad retired out of that house. His retirement ceremony was in like the lawn area outside, and yeah, I was still dating Ken. It was the time where I would have come back from Pavia, and we would have been applying for the JET program, and then I would have, got the JET job, and he didn't, and then I broke up with him, and then I went on my own. But I remember Kent was at my dad's retirement ceremony, but I think that was like at the end. That was like the end of our relationship. I think I kind of knew that it was ending. So anyway, we drove by that house last night and got home at like 9:30. It was between 9 and 9. It was after 9. But I worked at a school yesterday where one of the like staff members came up to me and whispered, she's like, I can see that you're touching the little girl's hair. Be careful. There's lice going around the school. So I was like, oh, great. So then I was talking to another one of the subs, and she was like, yeah, it's in kindergarten and first grade. So I got home, even though I got home really late, I still got home, and we had some leftover like lice shampoo. Anyway, I did the whole thing. I was like, better safe than sorry. So yeah, I shampooed up my hair, and yeah, followed the directions, did all that. So today I work, and then I'll come home and deal with Timothy, getting Timothy to practice. JJ is going down to Kent for baseball, and he has to leave straight from work. Yeah, JJ's team, it's bonkers. Like today, a game in Kent, which is at least an hour away, if not more. And tomorrow, a game in Silverdale. I don't even know where this place is, but apparently it's like a ferry ride. So Caroline and I were texting back and forth last night because she's done a little bit more research about how to get there. Anyway, and like, we're taking a bunch of kids. It's a whole thing. It's pain. I mean, it's crazy. This week is crazy. So, and then Oliver, I don't know. Maybe I'll see you tonight. I haven't seen you since proms on Saturday, because when I got home last night, you were, I guess, in your room or in bed. I didn't get a chance to see you. I was so focused on going down and doing the lice shampoo because I was freaking out. Yeah, so maybe I'll see Oliver today. All right, guys, I think I'll leave it there. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you know that you're amazing, and that I love you. Bye.